Good morning, Principles of Business and Finance. It is Ms. Archer. Today we are looking at Objective 703 in the 7.0 unit. We're going to be focusing on the functions of management. So you have a short YouTube video that'll kind of help you with some background knowledge. We're going to go through the 703 PowerPoint that also has student notes. And then you guys have the 703 management scenario and an exit ticket. As always, all assignments that I've posted within the last 2 weeks are due May 15th. You have Mr. Moore's contact information for his students. He has his email and his Remind. And for my students, you have my email, my Google Voice, and my Remind app. Let's begin. Okay, so with 703, we're talking about business management and understanding the role that leadership and management have in businesses. So what is management? So management, this is just the process of accomplishing the goals that the organization has set forth. So this is making sure that they're using the best resources and using their people in the best way. So there are 5 functions of management. There's planning, there's organizing, there's staffing, there's directing, and there's controlling. So let's start out with planning. So the planning function involves analyzing the information, setting the company's goals, making decisions to accomplish the company's goals. Organizing, this looks at identifying the work and resources needed to achieve the goals of the business that have been set forth in the planning stage. So what organizing does is once we've done the planning stage and figure out where we see the company at in the next few years or the business, now we're actually going to start organizing information and resources. So staffing is pretty straightforward. This is pretty much just making sure that we are obtaining or hiring employees. We're making sure that they are properly trained. We are making sure that they are paid or compensated and making sure they're doing the work right. So the directing function. So this is making sure that people are in place to lead other people in order to set out and accomplish the goals that the company has put in place in the planning stage. The controlling function, this is used to determine whether a business is actually accomplishing the goals that are set forth. If things are not going the way that the business has set them to be, then they definitely have to go back in and check it out and reevaluate. So there are certain levels of management. You have top management, you have mid or middle management, supervisors first line, top management, so these are your executives or top level managers. They are the ones basically in control of the direction and the success of the business. So they set the long-term goals out and they are held accountable for the profitability and success of the business. So some examples of this would be like the CEO of a business and then also the president. So middle management, these are your specialists. They are responsible for specific parts of the business. They are devoted to just organizing, staffing, and implementing functions within that business. And some examples of them would be like your marketing manager, your information technology manager, and your customer service manager. So supervisors first line. So these are your first level of management. They are responsible for the routine work of a group of employees. So normally a large group of people. They are the ones that evaluate the work of these employees. And then they're also implementing the plan set forth by executives and mid-managers. So your activities for today is the 703 5 Functions of Management video. Definitely watch that. It's a good visual aid to go along with the PowerPoint. Of course, you guys have the 703 student notes with the student PowerPoint. And then the management case study in your exit ticket. Let's take a further look at the management case study. All right, in the management case study, you guys are looking at an owner by the name of Nicole White in the business that she owns. So all you're doing is reading the scenario, and then based off the information and the knowledge you received in the 703 management, in the 703 PowerPoint about the levels of management, you're going to make some recommendations for Nicole answering the 6 questions. You're going to answer how many level of managements do you believe currently exist in the business? And there are right or wrong answers for this. You're also going to name the employees at each level. You're going to ask 2 says, how would you describe the current role and responsibilities with the company? Number 3 is what resources are each of the managers currently responsible for? So going back to number 1, you should give me a head of certain departments that were mentioned. You need to tell me what their responsibilities are supposed to be. Number 4 is saying what management function should the owner delegate? So what should Nicole give to each manager for their department? And then would another level of management benefit the business? Because you're going to find out that Nicole is having some issues. And then 6, how will making the changes you have identified help the owner to achieve her goal? So you have a set plan that they're giving you as far as what her levels of management are, what her long-term goals is, and everything going forward. So make sure you're reading carefully and using the PowerPoint as a reference guide. As always, if you guys have any questions or concerns about the activities that have gone forth for the day, definitely make sure that you're reaching out to myself and Mr. Moore to get assistance. Make sure that you guys are logging in for the weekly Zoom sessions. Mr. Moore's time, I'm afraid I do not know, but for my class, my weekly Zoom sessions are on Wednesday, 1:30 until 2:30. Definitely, if you need assistance during the day, and you see that I have logged into the classroom and my Zoom office hours are up, do not hesitate to contact me just in case you need some assistance. As always, pray that you guys are staying safe during this time. Continue to do your work. Do the very best that you can. I know this is a strange scenario for everybody, but I pray that you guys are doing well and your families are okay. If they have been affected by this virus, I pray for a speedy recovery. As always, you guys continue to be safe and sound. Do your very best, and I will see you guys in the classroom.